Yeah, I suppose if you're in dozens of Discords, but hey, you can silence it. You know, they're not like urgent life mattering announcements at all. I mean, in Discord, with Fifth Chord, the only reason we do it is something that is a notification that we think benefits everyone in the stream. It's got to do with Fifth's channel. Otherwise, we won't, and that's because of people, but you know. I suppose you've got multiple Discords and that's happening, but once again, the information's not urgent. You do not die if you miss the information. It's just someone trying to bring your attention to it. And even if you can silence it, you still get a notification on your icon anyway. You know, you get the number 1 or 2 letting you know how many notifications there are. If you don't really like it, leave the Discord. It's that simple, but just... There's a lot worse things in the world going on. There's real problems. I just don't think that's an actual problem. That's just people who've got a really nice life and instead of being grateful about it, need something to complain about.
Keep right,
And yeah,
then exit right.
that's just me though. You know,
Exit
I'm just, yeah, there's more real, to me there's just real problems that, you know, life is hard enough without inventing problems. I'll just leave it at that. That's my view. Life's hard enough without inventing problems.
Go straight on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like I said, there's like-minded people who realise they don't necessarily go through the same thing as you, but they understand more than people that don't. You know, Mike? And I know what it's like, and you know that I know what it's like, and you know what it's like. There people instantly judge you because they don't understand what you're going through, and they make an assumption on who you are or how they would deal with it in the same situation. And you can't, you know. Unless you go through it, you can think that you'll act that way in the same situation, and life's full of it in different situations like that. People, you know, condemn and all that and think, oh, you know, this is what I would do, that's not right, and everything else like that. But it's just one of those things. Unless you're in that situation, we're not all the same and everything else like that, and we're not all made the same. We all have different upbringings in our environment, and we're all a product of our environment, whatever it is, and we all live in different environments. You know, so you cannot, I don't think you can judge someone about something you've never been through or understand how they feel or what they're going through and make a judgment on that. I think it's better to try and understand where they're coming from, give people the benefit of the doubt instead of jumping to a conclusion. It's the equivalent of a man trying to give a lady who's pregnant for the first time advice on what to expect. How would a man know that? You know, why would a woman want to hear that from a man? No idea. And that's the same thing. If you haven't been through or experienced that same thing, how can you make a judgment call, give advice on it without understanding it first? Or knowing what it's like? And just having people that sort of similar like that, you know, Mike, is a great thing.
Keep left.
How much further we got to go on this? Oh, we got enough for another truck. We've got enough for another truck. We might be buying a new garage at the end of the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Another 8 hours to go. That's about 9 o'clock. Yeah, we'll work out fine, but you know it's going to be longer than that because we've got traffic, roundabouts, toll booths, the AI, traffic lights. Right, let's buy another truck so we can get money coming in nice and quick. The quicker we buy it, the quicker we make money. The further ahead ETS will get from ATS. And I just remembered ATS, for the first time in a long time, is starting tomorrow's stream behind the 8-ball instead of being in the lead. And currently my seat is shaking at the moment. What's my microphone doing? It's not. Maybe I've had too much coffee. I thought maybe it was shaking. Which has been happening a lot lately. I think I mentioned this last stream, but I can't remember. But yeah, something's shaking. No, certainly it's me. I'm just looking at my my orange and mango juice, and that's sort of got little waves in it as well. Yeah, apparently there's been a lot of activity underneath the lake up here. If you don't know, just about 2 hours away from me is the biggest lake in our country. And that biggest lake also happens to be a super volcano, and it's having a lot of earthquakes underneath the lake at the moment, swarms of them. Not big ones, just tiny ones, but I think that's the reason why I'm getting a lot of shaking at my house. Vibration going on. Right, the other thing we're going to do is figure out the budget now for the trailer. And if you're new to the stream, every time we fill up a garage, you've got to buy one trailer at the end of it. And if you want to know what the competition is between ETS and ATS, just type in ! truck into chat, and that'll give you all the info on what's going on, how I do the competition, what the goal is, and everything like that. Not manager, purchase. So, oh, hang on, what? Where's my info? Or, there we go, Causy's put it in for chat, thanks, Cause. No, that's not what I want. 16. Is that right? No, I'm reading that. It's 1S, not 1.5. It's confusing because I do my 5s very similar to an S. The only difference is I put a little line up the top of it. I think it's a German way they do it. Don't know why I developed it, but I did. Yeah, it did, Mike, but now because I think that a lot of that problem was because we had, 5 to 6 workers not making any money on ETS for ages. So we missed out on all that money coming in, and then we did the catch-up stream, and this is why it's going to make it interesting to see if that's the reason why ATS was ahead all the time, because we had all those workers not making any money for so long. As we know, we don't know how long it was, but it was for a long time. And because they weren't making money, weren't driving anywhere, they weren't levelling up to make on more money, where all the drivers in ATS were doing that, and that was giving ATS the advantage. Especially because most of the time, when it finished, it had more drivers than ETS. ETS was always catching up with drivers, garages, money, trucks, the whole lot. Whole kit and caboodle, as they say. So 12, that's what I was trying to figure out, how many garages we got, so I know. That's, is that the beginning? That is, isn't it? So that's 4, No. They'll be there. This one. Fuel tanks, our next trade. 60. We need about $70,000 budget. All right, let's get back into it then. Let's make that $70,000 budget. And then we just need 180 and we'll be need a new garage already. We only bought the one in Austria last stream, didn't we? But it's getting quicker and quicker now. So, chat, you got to think about where is our next garage going to be? It might help to know where we haven't got a garage yet, eh? Just trying to remember. Oh, my brakes are on, that's why I couldn't. Cruise control wouldn't kick in because my brakes were stuck again. Yeah, it can be in the US of A when we get to ATS. In fact, I can guarantee it be. No, I can't guarantee it be in the US of A because we've got Mexico or Canada, don't we? Actually, we got the new one. Didn't we buy one in Mexico last week on ATS? Anyone there remember? Causey, you were there. Who else was there? Yeah, which is where we'll be starting off from, eh? Yeah, well, you were there too, weren't you? So I'm just thinking, well, we got all the, we got like Jordan, Israel. Is it Israel? Yeah, it is, isn't it? Egypt, West Bank, Iraq. All those are free. Turkey, I think. We still haven't got one in Turkey. France is one, isn't it? We haven't got one in France. Poland. Yeah. We're starting to find up. It's Finland, Denmark, Belgium. Have we got one in Germany? We've got so many now, I don't know where the hell they are. Only the ones I've been to regularly. You've got one in Italy, don't we? Where the hell is? There's a whole bunch of places. There's Macedonia, there's Bosnia, Croatia, Greece, another place we don't have one. There's a few looking as I go past the gas station, yeah. Ideally, you want to check your fuel before you go past the petrol station because you might need to get in there quick smart. Yeah, I can't think of others, but we will check. But I mean, those are some of the options of places that we could go to. Of course, it's up to you, chat. Whatever you decide in a democracy fashion. Otherwise, it's up to the dictator, me, to decide. If you guys can't play nice together and come to a consensus, I have to be the big hand of the parent to come in and sort it out. Which involves me thinking, and I don't like doing that, so that's why I throw it over to you guys, just to give you the impression that I'm involving you, but I'm just lazy. Just too lazy to think for myself. It's been nice driving at 90 kilometers an hour for a long time. Actually, and I'm going to jinx this, you know I'm going to jinx this when I say that, we haven't run into a toll booth. Actually, we haven't had many toll booths. We went through France. Was that how much I haven't taken a notice of this journey because I've been too busy yakking away to you guys? Had plenty to say today. A lot more than last, like I told you, when that after that appointment on Tuesday. Off my, well, not off my head, really, off my shoulders. Put it that way. All that weight lifted off my shoulders. I've been a lot more chatty today than I have since, since the air of uncertainty turned up. Oh, most of them are in the north. Oh, we've gone through quite a bit of Spain, eh? Once again, how much? Must be pretty close. 6 hours, 18 minutes, 20 minutes. 16 grand. What did I say we need? In about 70. We also got to fix the truck up. Make sure I remember that when we get to wherever we're getting to. No matter what, we'll go straight to, how's that lane, Murph? Good, excellent, I'll get into it. We'll go straight to mechanics and fix the truck up.
Keep right, and then exit right. Exit right.
Especially because I really want to know if this gear gaunching is actually part of the mechanics. It wouldn't it be interesting if all of a sudden the brake stopped sticking
Keep left.
after we fixed it too? That would be amazing for two reasons. A, now I know what's causing it. B, a great mechanic in the game that you have brake issues. Unless I've got a mod that does it. I haven't got any new mods unless one update. Actually, I've got nothing. Or do I? Do I have any mods? No, I don't think I do. I don't think I do have any mods that would have anything to do with the mechanical workings of a truck. Apart from the real torque curves, which obviously is to do with the gearbox more than anything else. And the power to torque ratio. And that's it. Not really mechanical, more physics. But yeah, no, great for both of those reasons. Like, A, there's nothing wrong with my pedals, so I don't have to open it up and clean it. But B, because they've put in a mechanic like that. I just need to get a air hose to it and clean out the drums and the discs. This might actually be the last delivery we do. So we probably won't be buying a new garage at the end of this, unless there's a hell of a lot of money coming in from my workers over the next 5 hours or whatever it is driving time. Mind you, we'll be getting a sleep in. Okay, I thought I heard a knock on the door. Yeah, so what is it now? It's 4 o'clock. 5 hours, yeah, so that's what we were looking at originally, wasn't it? We were looking at it, that roughly that time. Hang on. I think that was on the... Oh, look at the damage now. Most of that's tyres, obviously. So we've got to deliver this, go to a mechanics, give this a bit of love and tenderness, and sleep through the night. Then maybe after that, whether or not we're going to have at the end of it enough for a trailer and enough for a new garage. And if we do, that'll probably be the end of the stream anyway. Ugh. I think my kettle needs a clean out. I'll tell you what. So much lime in the water in my kettle, which we call a jug in this country. It's an electric jug. For boiling water for your coffees. Boil the water, stick it in with your milk and 2 sugars, as most people do. It's the standard in these parts. With your coffee, it's normally milk and 2 sugars. I don't, however. I have my coffee black. So a bit of cold water at the bottom of it, so to replace the bit of milk that you put at the bottom of it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Pass us, pass us, pass us. Thank you. And we just boil the jug, and when the jug's boiled, let it cool for a little bit, because you don't put boiling hot water into coffee. Apparently it releases carcinogenics, which is not good for you. And pour it in. But the jug itself, we've got lime in our water down here. I don't know why. Because we live in the 1800s, anywhere below Auckland City. When I lived in Auckland, the water's fine. Here, not so much, but it's got worse. I've had to clean my jug out quite a bit. And you've got to clean it out because it just disintegrates the jug, the electric jug, the kettle, whatever. And it starts tasting very metallic, well, more salty anyway. Your coffees. My mum's drain was blocked the other day from the kitchen sink. And I unblocked it and pulled out what looks like lime, which is weird. I think there's been a huge increase. Leads me to the theory about the earthquake swarms under the Lake Taupo. Maybe that's just pushing lime up into the thing, and we get our water from the... Actually, I don't know where they get the water from here. A river? Maybe? I know in Auckland, on the west side of Auckland, there's the Waitakere Ranges, and it's constantly raining there, and there were actual catchments built there. In fact, my great-grandfather was the one that built them. He was the only person in this country at the time that had a license to use dynamite, TNT. So he got the contract to build the dams. There's about 4 or 5 dams or something. And it's all in the middle of bush. It's all just natural bush around there. There's, you know, that area. So there's little train tracks where they used to bring in the bricks and stuff for the dam. So it's basically rainwater that gets filtered out and stuff, and that's why it tastes real good in Auckland. Not that I've ever been a fan of water, but it definitely doesn't taste like the water here, salty and metallically. So what they try and do here is originally they put chlorine in the water, and people complained about the smell of chlorine, and it's like drinking from a swimming pool. Mind you, let's be honest, probably all of us at one time for some reason ended up swallowing a bit of pool water, and it's never killed you. And considering what else happens in swimming pools, just like when you first go into the sea, and you all know what I'm talking about. That's probably put you off your dinner. Thinking about that. Yeah, I don't know. Mind you, it's not hard to clean it out. I'll scrub it out every now and then, but to give it a good clean out, I'll put white vinegar in it, and you put a little bit of white vinegar and fill it up and boil the jug, and it just cleans it right out. But I've had to do it more regularly. And when I pour it out, it got a filter at the spout. And it's just completely full of bits of lime, which never used to happen either. I mean, decent sized, well, but you got to know the comparison for it, I suppose, to really understand it. It's a decent sized chunk for me, but realistically it's little tiny. But compared to like nothing being there, it's a chunk. If you go from nothing to the size it is relative. But yeah, a lot of it, and that'll be the day after I cleaned it out. It never happened before. It was real gradual. To be over a long period of time, it would end up like that. It used to be little white specks. Another sort of little long brown things. I don't know what it is. It's really weird. And I've thought long and hard about buying just bottled water. Well, not actually buying, I mean, I buy bottled water and I use that for my coffee machine, my cappuccino maker. I use it for that. Because that's a lot harder to clean out. Damn near impossible to clean it out with lime. And the other thing too is makes it boil quicker. It doesn't boil properly at the right degrees. It's like the difference of the boiling point between sea level and the boiling point of 1,000 feet. And if you're unaware, water boils at a lower temperature, higher altitudes. So for an example, and I don't know the Fahrenheit comparison, but I mean, you'll get what I'm getting about here. The boiling point for water in Celsius is 100 degrees Celsius. Alright? But the higher you go, it drops down. It can be 90, 80, 70 degrees, depending where you, how high up you are. Not just all about games, this channel. Right? I give you information that will probably be no use to you at any stage of your life for free. So you're welcome. Anything I can do to not help. We got a couple of hours to go.
And then exit left.
So anyway, yeah.
Exit left.
So, I totally forgot what I was talking about. I went on a bit of tangent. Oh, is it 200? Is that 100 degrees Celsius? Is 200? Wow. It's just a weird number, isn't it? Mind you, saying that, I'm used to, obviously, working in tens. In the imperial system, you're sort of working like with measurement, you're working in threes, aren't you?
Keep left.
Multiples of threes, like a foot's 12 inches. That's 4 times 3. Funny enough, it's also 30 centimetres. There's a 3 there as well.
Keep right.
How are we, Murph? How are we in that lane? Thanks, bud. Thanks for not telling me. Murphy's the perfect person to give tell a secret to, isn't he? Especially if you're a spy. No amount of interrogation's going to prizing information out of old Murphy, eh? So how you all doing in there? In chat. Still awake? Of course he is. Saying hello to Murphy. I've really enjoyed the stream so far today. Every now and then you get those streams that are just... I mean, you get the odd one you don't enjoy, but you do it. And I'm sure that comes through to you guys as well occasionally. Then most of them are just enjoyable because it's fun to do. It's fun to talk to you guys. It's fun to play and, you know that people might be enjoying watching you play and having new people come along and stuff like that. But every now and then you have a really good stream and that you really enjoy. And today's one I've really enjoyed. Been a lot of fun. Barely awake. Yeah, because it's late for you. Mind you, look on the bright side, Causey. You're getting ever closer. You'll be coming out of daylight savings. Is it next month, actually? For you guys? Or is it in October? I forget. Thank for the follow there. Big Bella Brand, is it? Welcome to the stream. Hope your week's been good. You think it's October? I think ours daylight saving starts in September. I think. It used to be October. Thank you for the follow, Rotan Chunky Feet. How you doing? Welcome. So as usual, I'll abbreviate and shorten you guys the people's names if you don't mind. So we've got Big and Feet here. You have an ingrown toenail? Yeah, not nice, eh? Rather painful, those. Yeah, have you had it for a while? Yeah, I've had an ingrown toenail, but mind you, less painful, still painful, but less painful than your toenail coming off. The whole toenails is, but still not nice, an ingrown toenail, that's for sure. But at least you know when it's going to be sorted. Almost, what's the time? So, yeah, 4:30. This is the last delivery. Damn it. Mind you. We drive for this amount of time, whether it's one delivery or 2 or 3 deliveries, isn't it? Ad time? Oh, okay, what am I getting? Am I getting an ad? Oh, I'm getting my coffee. Ooh, what's that?
Keep right.
What? A chipolata cheeseburger. Yeah, it's done. Mine's still going. I got one for a chipolata cheeseburger from, I think it was McDonald's one. And one for Auckland University. Yeah, great. That's right. Try and sell me on going to university. In the city I left. Why not?